Je bent God aan mijn best life, yeah. Je bent God aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh.
Hey, Richard, we have this beautiful afternoon. So
Je bent God aan mijn
great to
best
be
life,
outside. It's springtime. We're wanting to, really tune into our natural environment and listen to the birds and the trees and feel ourselves a part of everything. And I think you might have something to say on that subject.
On the weather?
On nature, you were talking about an ark.
Arc, well, it's a big project. It's been investigated by Jordan Peterson, which I admire. It's got a great idea. But he's been touring Europe and many other countries to have a feedback of what those countries, their problem are. And after one, two, three, he started to realize they all had the same issue. They don't know where the country is leading to. Then they know one thing for sure: doesn't leading to a good end. They are all afraid of what's tomorrow reserved in the way of price of energy, the cost of living, and the rate of the electronic take over the job basically, because the electronic robot take a lot of job away. So many countries are aware of that fact, and they are start to think about how can we fix that. We got to come up with an idea. So Jordan Peterson, with a bunch of other people, start to a round table and threw in some what do you call a brain shotgun brain, or there's a term.
Brainstorm.
Yeah,
Brainstorm.
yeah, to through some idea. Then it keep going to from Italy, Spain, England, many country, and he start to having a model from a feedback from everyone. He grabbed all those idea from every town, every country he visited. Then he planned to do a kind of big meeting, either in October or November coming in 2023, and having all those country a delegation come to England. You figure England is the place to initiate that. I don't know why, but anyway, that's something he did explain it. But anyway, having said that, from that they will have a kind of template of the goal to achieve. Then, yeah, if it, for what I've been listening, it's very very legitimate, and it's more like to come back a bit, like not too prehistory, like steam and horses and. But it's more friendly environmentally. Like we are super consumer. It's unbelievable. It's not sustainable, and unfortunate. If we don't do anything, it's gonna get just worse. Because as much as we try to be green, our government want to get us green. India and China, every 10 days combined, there's a coal plant to produce electricity fire up every single 10 days. So, you know, we ban all the plastic bag now at the grocery store. But you think about, you go to the store, you buy lettuce, you put it in a plastic bag. You go to the fridge, you grab a gallon of milk, it's in a plastic jar. Everything is plastic. You grab a yogurt container, it's plastic. You go to the cashier, then you gotta put that in a paper bag because plastic bag is not, they are too polluted. It's a nonsense to me. They can't sell the straw in plastic straw, then they put a paper straw. So you replace one problem with another problem. Basically, and you got a coffee, you got a plastic cover on it, on a paper cup. There's a lot to be changed in order to change the environment.
Well, I'm really curious when you talk about the template. and the people from all these different countries getting together and very thorough and thoughtful and brainstorming and many ideas. Can you talk about one idea that they have, that they envision, that they see, how they see things being different?
Well, to start with is the poverty. There's no reason to people die from anger, angry,
Hunger.
anger, and the budget of military is astronomical. If they take that money instead, then make a Scud missile at $1.4 million or Tomahawk at, or air carrier $8 billion subway, same thing. That money can be very well used to teach people how to gardening to make to grow their own food. Then we'll be better off.
Isn't
That's
there a
when
verse in the Bible turning swords into plowshares?
I cannot be.
Something like that? Turning spear? I think it's turning swords into plowshares. It's in the Bible. People have been, I think that was maybe in the book of Isaiah. So people
Could
have
be.
been having that vision for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning instead of.
Then you see, there is a big work to do because we are so far into our compliance and it's almost like laziness. We don't bother to gardening anymore. We just go the store, buy what you need, and
Well, so do you garden, Richard?
oh, I do
So
quite a
when
bit.
do you?
But
What do you grow? How much of your food that you eat do you grow?
I just finished last week. Church, we are in March. My last potato I grew the last summer. So I had potato for about 40 pounds I grow. Then I store into the shed and control environment for adding
Wow.
them. Then carrots was earlier. I didn't have as many as last year. Many was warm, get them. But I have it up to December. I collect and beets as well. I eat up to December. Then
And do you have a big? Do you have acreage or just a big yard?
no, I just maximize my lawn, and in front lawn I build a raised bed, 20 feet by 30, by 3 feet. Then you'll be amazing how much you grow in those. And I got two 5 by 5 bed in the backyard, and another 12 feet by 4 raised bed. Then another strip about the length of this bench here. 125 garlic on the go. And when I pull the garlic, I put yellow bean in late July. They already started into a container. So I have green beans later on. I got peacock beans along the on the side of the house. They're climbing in the. I put a netting and they climb. Probably collected 10 pounds of beans over days. And I got tomato, 7 plant of tomato, cherry tomato, heirloom, different beefsteak.
So you really are part of the solution yourself.
Well,
in
I
your
can teach people
lifestyle,
how to garden.
right? So you're gardening.
Yeah, and yeah, I got kids. There is a preschool around the corner. Last year I grew a pumpkin as 70 pound, 69 pound point something. Then I gave it to the preschool because they all every morning pretty much they walk in on Cochrane Road. It's so cute to watch them with their teacher. Then they, hi Richard, they all know me because I'm outside and I'm kind of approachable. I don't look too weird anyway. Then I take the time to tell them the garden, what you growing there. I explain and tomato. I give them a tip. Even the teacher has it now. You know, to increase the heel of your tomato. When the flower came, you got the flower of tomato are both sex in it. I don't know if you know it, but when the flowers show up, it's always hand like upright, upside down. So you shake them to make the pollen fall on the to pollinize the flower. So the wind take care of some of the pollination. But if you want a bigger crop, you go over there and you shake. It's always a handful of flower.
Right.
You shake them not to break them, but you shake them to make sure, and I guarantee you.
Hey, this is terrific.
That's anyway. That's off
wonderful.
subject.
So I no, that is totally, completely on the subject because it leads to my final question for you, and then maybe we'll open it up to questions from our audience.
I got so much to
Now
say.
yes, but I want you to take your time and think a minute before you answer,
Mm-hmm.
because my question is one simple manageable tip or tweak, just something that pretty well everybody could do in their lifestyle, in their habits, their day-to-day activities. One simple thing that would yield a big reward in terms of feeling more connected to the earth, connected to the planet, connected to the community. I know that's a big order, but take your time. I think you've got the answer there. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Offer your help to anyone needs help. Offer your help. Either you want me to cut your grass, or today I got some time free. You want me to rake your yard, or you saw someone that doing something in his yard. Can I help you? Offer some time, and I guarantee you, I don't work for me. More I give, more I receive. It's plain and simple. Then, being the way I am anyway, I've been at the church marketplace beside the St. Mary Church. There's a hall there. Then they hold a market every Tuesday, 12:30 to 5, I believe. Then I walk in, and right away I had two person. They they asked me for something. Then one of them says, "Richard, you're not going to be able to say no." She called me later and says, "I told you." They've been asking me, can you run fundraising for us for Royal Canadian Legion for raising money to, because their account are so low, and they're having so much demand for the assistance for the people in the general public. There's a demand for all kind of things. Then they had to deny quite a few or give a little bit to each one. So she want to raise money. So she find out I'm the poker dude on the coast. I organize a Texas Hold'em tournament. So I'm sitting down with her, explain her the how's that work, and one night we can go get probably $1,200 in one night, 5 hours of play. So I said, okay, now 28th or 29th of April, I'll be booked for that. Then when you're asking for a veggie what I grow, I had finishing a picture at the London Dry. I had it on my cell phone. It's the last fall. I gave a basket of vegetable to my daughter godmother for her birthday. But all the vegetable in that boxes is from my garden. It was hot pepper, potato, carrot, beans, tomato, cherry tomato. I have scapellini. It's a kind of courgette, and it was beautiful. My wife make a with that picture. She went to London Drive, and she make a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, because she's like puzzle. Then she will have the puzzle, and now I finished the picture having the what to look like the puzzle type of thing. If you don't have any image, anyway. But I had that picture with me at the hall. Then I show that to Mishi. She's a teacher at the elementary school, Gibson. I showed a picture. She says, "Wow, what a beautiful picture!" I said, "I grew all of those." No kidding. Like, guess what? The one in charge of the garden at the Gibson Elementary School, there's 11 raised bed into their backyard. Give up. Doesn't have any interest into it, or move on anyway. Then may she take over. She had no experience in gardening, and she just learned I'm a gardener. Guess what? She asked me, "Can you come to help us?" So everyone can really, I'll say that for come to a point, like everyone really can make difference in life if they really want to. Because if you just sit back and say, "Oh, it's so little can I do, it will not change." No, it's not right. Everyone do their thing. And don't try to change Mexico or Spain or every other country. It's locally. We have to start with our neighbor, our town. Then we can progress. But try to change everything in a single day. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's not gonna happen. I don't think so. Anyway.
That's tremendous. That's very. We're so inspired now. Would anyone like to come up and ask Richard further question?
Don't pretend to be better than other. It's just I have a passion about living. Be happy, and pass it on to my kids. My kids will be able to pass it on to their own kid if ever they have it. And I hope they.
It was absolutely the message of do it in your community, and it will impact. So that's what we need. It sounds like is people talking like you're talking, so that we know that there's things happening.
The idea is to passing the message to is it's a hope kind of thing to people because there's so much people wonder what to expect tomorrow or what's it gonna look like tomorrow. You see, I watch so many things and people say, "Oh, do this, do that, do this to make the change," but really, it's just word.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Then that's what I tried to do, and now be retired. Not retired, retired.
I wonder that.
Sometimes my English, but I like to play like that because humor it's a good thing, you know. I don't have
So-
too much wrinkle because I smile and laugh too.
The expression is you walk the talk.
Yeah,
know that
pretty
expression?
pretty much. I mean, I'm not perfect, far to be. Oh God, no. There's so much room for improvement.
Thank you, Richard.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Je bent God aan mijn best life, yeah. Je bent God aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je bent God aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no, no.